Alright YouTubers, this is a small video for those in Australia who know of VT turbo pulsars and for those people overseas who don't know much about them. It's a 85 model car, it's a 1.5 litre EFI turbo. They came out non-intercooled, front wheel drive, all of them were 5-speed manual. This is my one. This is not how they look at the factory, but this is pretty good representation, minus the wheels. So yeah, this one here has a 1.5 litre red rocker cover import motor. It will be running very shortly Microtech LT12. It's a single turbo Garrett ball bearing T28, running a front mount intercooler, larger injectors. These cars have got a lot of get up and go. Front end shot. A bonnet vent which used to accommodate a under the hood intercooler. The side view of the shot, as you can see, it's pretty straight. This car hasn't been on the road for about 8 years. There's a lot of stuff to be done. Give you an interior shot. Okay. Still missing some door trims, but this is pretty much your inside here. With door trims it'll look a lot nicer. There we go. Oils. I love those red tacky foot pedals, they've got to come off. And the back chairs, well, they're under a whole bunch of bits and pieces there. We'll have a look at the engine. Alright, motor-wise, this is a motor that I put in with my son a couple of years ago. As you can see, it's still running standard ECU at the moment, hence the airflow meter, but that's subject to change. It actually had a Microtech MT8 on it, but we had to pull it off to get it going. It's a long story. So yeah, here we go. It's a 3¼ inch exhaust coming straight off the dump. That's pretty much how it looks under the bonnet. Just some horsepower. A lot of get up and go. Overall, it's a really good car. They're getting scarcer on the roads. There used to be a pretty big fad having a little pulsar VT turbo. A lot of people in Melbourne and Sydney can relate to them. Everybody at one stage pretty much had one of these things. They were boosted right off their nut and they were good for 13s and 12s. Now there's a bunch of enthusiasts which are pretty much doing 11s and almost 10s in these things. Obviously a lot of work on the motor, but they're not putting anything different in there except for the motor it came with. So a lot of respect to the people that are still using the E15 turbo motor and getting good quarter-mile runs out of it. But now they've gotten to a scarce point where there's pretty much barely any on the road anymore. You'll either see it for a couple of $100 on the side of the road, or you'll see them for a few $1,000 on the side of the road, depending on the condition. So I hope they evaluate and grow in value. If not, I'm just happy to have a little piece of Japanese history, man, the ET Turbo.